Hello and welcome to MotorCult episode 45. I am Eric Berger, joined as always by Ryan Sinitsky. Hello.
Hello there.
Welcome back on this fine Wednesday.
Is it fine?
Nah, it's kind of a mediocre Wednesday.
I'm bummed out.
Well, I'm bummed out too, because I assume you saw the news.
We should have really talked about this last episode.
Yeah,
but
we knew about it a couple of days before 44, but
we didn't
not
want
how the show notes
We
worked.
didn't want. Imagine you're probably watching some Monday, even though it drops on Sunday. You're probably watching on Monday. I don't want you to be bummed out on the first day of work. But
Right.
Burt Reynolds died.
Man, the Bandit.
The Bandit, yes,
Bandit's done.
and more. Actually,
Well, he had a lot of roles.
he had a lot of stuff they did. He was also in Gator, which is awesome.
I don't
Archer.
even know what that is.
It's actually pretty good.
Gator?
Yeah,
oh,
Gator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know he's an Archer. That was...
Archer is in Gator. Gator is Archer's favorite movie. But
Actually, I remember that reference now that
yeah.
you say it.
no, he's also in Cannonball Run, where he had that really awesome Countach. He drove around. He drove around in a truck with Dom DeLuise, but still, it's pretty tight.
Da, da.
Exactly.
The blimp is the one you gotta worry about. Now I want to watch Cannonball Run.
I think. Do we have that on Laserdisc?
I have it on HD DVD for sure.
Let's watch it on HD DVD this week.
I'm pretty sure. I have Smoking the Bandit on HD DVD as well.
I want to watch Cannonball Run. It's been a minute since I watched that.
I might have it on Laserdisc. I should look. During the next topic, I'll try to remember to look through my list and see if I have it.
All right, cool. But yeah, no.
Look at this dapper fellow.
Yeah, there he is. That's him at like age 100. He was
Yeah.
82 when he died, but that was like him
That was
very
80.
recently. Yeah, that was 2
2016
years ago.
South by
Yeah,
Southwest.
but no, he's a really cool guy. And well, my thing was like, one of my favorite quotes by him is just like, he didn't want to. I'm not gonna quote word for word because I can't remember word for word, and I'm not prepared. But he didn't like choose his acting roles because of like fame or anything. He just wanted to have fun, and it's really cool. And that's how I ended up doing Smoking the Bandit. That was actually written and directed by him and another stunt driver. Like
Really?
Yeah, they're stunt drivers.
That wasn't like a script that just existed. They came up with it.
They came up with it. It was this buddy that he did a bunch of stunts with, and he was originally a stuntman.
I do not have Cannonball Run.
Oh God, we gotta fix that.
I'll order it.
Thank you.
I hope the prices didn't shoot up on them this
I'm
week.
sure they did. But no, they were both stunt actors, and that's actually what Burt Reynolds was. They'd call him up whenever they needed somebody to jump out of a window on live TV or something. Mm-hmm. So his original acting career started from being a stuntman, and they found out that he actually could act. And when he did Deliverance, he actually really proved his chops. But no, he's famous not only for being in that, but he also turned down a lot of really good roles. Like he turned down playing John McClane in Die Hard.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And turned down being Han Solo in Star Wars, and probably turned down being Indiana Jones.
The prices are inflated.
Of course they are. Well, I guess I can watch Smoking.
I'll see if I can find it on laser or HD DVD.
There you go. Perfect. That's some way more obscure format that nobody cares about.
Right? Nobody collects that one yet.
Well, I guess while you're doing that,
Yeah, it doesn't exist on there.
let's go back to being happy.
Yay!
Woo!
Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's talk about good
Tesla.
stuff. Yeah.
And not Elon Musk smoking pot, but good news about Tesla.
I did love watching that little.
It's pretty fun. So I was talking to my coworker Keith at work, and we are talking about Elon Musk and how he's just losing his mind.
Yeah, he's kind of like Charlie Sheening it.
Well, genius doesn't color in the lines all the time, and sometimes that doesn't go well. But no, in all honesty, I don't blame him for cracking, because this dude, like, yeah, he might be a little bit of a dick.
Oh yeah, totally. But
I
the
mean,
effective people are.
He's South African. I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah.
South African white guy.
He's not trying to get carjacked.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, he, well, I mean, I would also be a dick too if I was, running an electric car company and going to the moon and making a hyperloop and selling fucking flamethrowers. Like, there's plenty of things to be stressed out about.
And smoking joints on
if
radio
you're,
interviews.
If you're Elon Musk, you deserve to smoke a joint or two,
Yep.
or 8, or all of them, or just be high all the
just
time.
whatever, yeah.
You live in California, who cares?
If you keep doing your... And I love how that was like during the comment about it taking the company back private at 420. He's like lighting up a joint. I'm like, wow, dude, you really don't give a fuck.
No, he doesn't. That's the thing. He's just...
I appreciate that.
He reminds me kind of Like, he's a combination of Nikola Tesla and Henry Ford put together.
Oh, dude, perfect.
Like, if you
maybe
put-
a little bit of Edison in there too.
Edison
was cocky as fuck.
Yeah, he was cocky, but he's just a prick. I mean,
That's true.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, Henry Ford actually did something like important. Edison made a light bulb.
He was pretty significant. Well, he didn't. He stole a French design of a
Yeah,
light bulb.
fuck Thomas Edison. That guy
Fuck
sucks.
Thomas Edison. He's like Columbus. I'm gonna put him in the same
Yeah,
category.
no, Thomas Edison and Columbus both suck equally. Nikola Tesla, he's the man.
He's the jam.
And that's why he's a car named after him. And that's also why a car named after him outsold every single BMW car together.
And BMW sells pretty well.
Like,
That's pretty significant.
the most conservative estimate for what the Model 3 sold last month outsold all BMWs by 3,000 cars. And that is like at the most conservative. They also have another 240,000 in the works.
And they
like,
can't make them fast enough.
They literally can't. Like, it's insane. And like the most estimates, the non-conservative ones, put them around closer to 7,000 cars more than BMW.
That's over 1 month.
Yeah, that's for a month.
Just
Yeah.
August.
Just August alone.
I mean, I gotta say, I gotta hand it to him. I mean, the Model 3, it's a decent looking car. It drives really well.
I really like the front end of the Model 3. Like,
I don't like the front end.
if you look at it in traffic, these
No, 'cause
angles.
it's awkwardly tall in the greenhouse compared to the
I
front.
like that.
Oh, okay.
No, that's the thing.
That's the only thing I don't like about it.
No, that's actually what I do like about it. It reminds me of like a Toyota Publica, or a lot of the weird old Japanese
Old
cars.
wagons or something like that.
Yeah, the old Japanese cars I like
I
so
get
much.
ya, but
Like,
I still-
that's what I like about it. Is I
The
like,
visibility is great as a consequence. It is
Yeah.
really good, but
but I mean,
and look at those stock wheels. God, I gotta hark back to that. I know we talked about that on Saturday.
those are really good stock
But
wheels.
look at how good they look without the aero covers. And Tesla knows that you're gonna do this because they sell a center cap and a wheel bolt cover kit for this.
That's hilarious.
$50.
That's great. But no, I mean, honestly, Teslas are great. They really are. Like, yeah, you have your production issues, but that's what you can get from any startup.
When they bring out the finally the Model 3 rear wheel drive with the low range battery or whatever,
Yeah.
like there's a fairly decent chance I might just butt the bullet and buy one because like it's a good car.
That's a really, really good car. Like, they have production issues. It's a fact. But that's the thing is,
Yeah.
You know
Because
who-
they're ramping up. I mean, that's what it is.
you know who else has production issues?
Everyone?
Ferrari, anything made in Italy. And what's everybody's
Well, that's because they
favorite?
take too many breaks and they spill a lot of pasta sauce and all that stuff.
Wine.
Wine. Sorry, wine. Very weak red wine.
But the thing is everybody's favorite cars always have some sort of issues. And I'm willing to look past these Model 3 production issues because it's a revolutionary car. Nobody's ever really done this before.
At least not as successfully mass
No.
market. They haven't made an electric car sexy.
I think if the
Until Tesla.
Model 3 in 5 years is still having production issues, then we can talk about it.
All right.
But right now they have literally, so they say they outsold BMW by 5,000 cars. Just to say that they have another 240,000 orders. That's multiple years worth of outselling BMW
Yeah.
just from their orders
Yeah.
that they have. So that's, I mean, that's quite a backlog. So I'll give it to them.
Tesla outsold BMW by the entire combined sales of Fiat and Alfa Romeo.
Yes, exactly.
That's
Speaking
a
of
different way to
Italians.
look at it, but
Yeah, so I'm not mad at Tesla for anything right now. Elon Musk, I still think is a dick, but I'm willing to give it to him because he's doing a good thing.
it's fine. I mean, when you early adopt, you're going to run into certain things like that. Just deal with it. Accept it as part of the the cost of
Exactly.
doing business. I mean, that's not the right way to put it, but you know what I mean.
No, if you're an early adopter, the thing is, early adopters to. All right, I'm just to say this because I worked for them at the time. Subaru, when the current body style Impreza came out,
Yeah.
the one that they redesigned in 2017,
Yep.
the touchscreens wouldn't work for the first 6 months.
Oh.
They kept breaking.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say there was like an embargo on the content, so they left it off.
That'd
and
be
then
hilarious.
they like
No.
over the air updated it to make it finally work.
No, they had an issue with the actual user interface where it would freeze up and you'd have to like restart the car 3 times for it to.
Oh.
Yeah,
Well, that's dandy.
but I mean, still, it's like, yeah, early adopters. Of course, that's gonna happen. But you know what Subaru did? They fixed it. You know what Tesla's gonna do? They're gonna fix it. You know why? Because they're not Volkswagen.
All right. Oh, yeah. By the time we get the facelift, which inevitably is going to happen mid-cycle for the Model 3,
Yeah.
All that stuff's just gonna be fixed.
It'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. I don't even think it's to be that long. I think it'll be a year, another year, maybe 2.
I mean, a lot of the complaints are like panel gap and stuff like that. I'm like,
And
that
bumpers
kind of
falling
thing is, like, whatever, semantics. That kind of stuff, yeah, they can fix it. So, yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, you're gonna be totally okay. You'll live.
Yep.
And I really, really like that windshield. I like that a lot.
That's like the rear 3/4 on that car looks way better to me than the front.
The rear 3/4 doesn't do anything for me, actually.
This is why we talk.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
we like different things. We like the same thing really differently.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Maybe that's a better way to put it. We like the same thing really differently.
I think the reason I like it is going back to the Toyota Publica, because if you can bring up a picture of like
I can do that.
yeah, Toyota like a 67 Publica, you'll see what I mean with the front end with the super high windshield, and how the Model 3 kind of does emulate that.
I was gonna like the Stanza wagon. The front view of that is kind of what.
Here, that middle one with the gray one, that one. Oh God, it's such a small picture. Or maybe the white one. Yeah, see what I mean? Like it's got a really, really tall.
That's a very salmon colored.
Yeah,
but it's got a tall front end too.
But relative to the windshield, I mean, it really isn't. And plus, you have this sloping hood line, which makes it look even taller, just like on the Model 3 and the Stanza wagon. Another car that I love.
A regular sized car hood, super tall windshield and greenhouse. There you go. That's a Model 3 right there.
And that's a great car. That's a future collector.
Oh God, look at that. All right. Anyway,
Hey, it's from my article.
Is it?
Consider the following: Nissan Stanza wagon.
There you go. Oh,
Cool.
God, small world. All right, next thing. So we've talked about all that's right with the world.
Yes.
Let's talk about the BMW that it's outselling.
More bad news about BMW.
And CUVs. I hate being the guy raining on the parade of this company, but what the hell's wrong with them? The X3 and the X4. Okay, so they're CUVs. Terrible cars.
Let's just stop for a second about Ram parades. You know, I for the longest time was the biggest Honda guy ever. I love Hondas. I still do.
I do. I have noticed that, actually.
Yeah. You know what I'm 100% willing to do?
What?
Rain the fuck out of Honda's parade. You know why?
Because they suck now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they finally made a good car. They finally made a good Honda Civic.
Yeah.
But it's really a Honda Accord.
The Type R is?
Yeah, I mean, it's big enough. Might as well just write Accord on the back
And
of
it
it.
probably has like the Accord engine
If you
modified.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
I don't know how the L20
the Accord's got the Civic engine, but I mean, so it's one of those things where it's like, if you took that car, you put it in a time machine, and showed somebody from like the year 2000, the Honda Civic, they go,
"Oh, it's an
what
Accord
could they
coupe.
do with the Accord? Holy crap!
They put a spoiler on the Accord?
What's that awful spoiler?"
Yeah, the styling leaves a lot to be desired on the.
But anyway,
CTR.
let's talk about.
So
BMW.
everyone knows the BMW X3 and the X4. X4 is just like the coopy, stupid thing of the X3. They're both CUVs.
It's the X3. It's harder to get into.
They're both part of the problem, not part of the solution. And what's BMW going to do? They're going to make an X3M and an X4M. So
what's going to be in the X3 and the X4M? A transverse mounted 4-cylinder?
No, it's going to be the S55. So it's actually a really good engine. It's the M3 engine, 3 liter straight 6 turbo.
But in a car it weighs 400 pounds more.
Yeah, it's still going to be ridiculously fast. The only saving grace I found on this thing is it's going to gain the M xDrive, which is another thing to add a freaking badge onto the car with. It's going to take the entire tailgate to write this thing out. But the cool part about the M xDrive, which was first announced with the current M5, the 2019, is you can completely shut off the front axle, decouple it electronically with a button.
That's actually kind of cool.
Kind of cool. I don't like the fact that they have all-wheel drive, but on a model that already had it, the fact that you can turn it off now is really cool. The M5 used to be rear-wheel drive, now it's not. So that's cool. They're going to gain that. Everything else about it is really dumb. I hope they don't do it, but they're going to do it. So there you go. They're sullying their good brand.
Speaking of cars whose name takes up the entire back end of it, read the name of that car.
1984 Nissan Gloria Turbo Brougham VIP Super Selection 2.
It's all written on the back.
Is that like the constant all-wheel drive symmetrical turbo intercooled thing that was on that Subaru wagon?
Oh, that was like nothing on that Subaru. I should show you the Delica where they actually, or the.
You know what? We should save it for a topic probably.
Yeah, we should.
Like cars that have the longest badges. In fact, I'm going to add that right now to the thing down here. Oh my God! Is the next one you? I hope it is, because I need some time to write this down. Oh shit! No, it's a Patreon topic. We got to prompt this and answer it together.
Okay.
How about you start reading it though, and then I'm gonna key this in down here.
Sure, I will. All right. So, does the proliferation of a particular car affect your opinion of it? E.g., common cars, BMW 3 Series, Accord manual, WRX, Z51 versus base Corvette, Miata, Model S, relatively minis.
Okay, so this is asking. I don't fully understand. So how does the proliferation of a particular car affect your opinion of it? So like when it first comes out, you like it, and then as it like expands and gets into the masses, you like it less? Is that what it's asking?
I think that's what it's asking.
Oh, okay. Well, that's okay. I mean, that's fair. So I don't know if like a 3 Series is something I necessarily touch on, but like I guess back in the day when the M3 was announced, like the people that bought those things like primarily were people that would pay the extra money to get the driver's car and nothing else.
Yeah.
And now they're leased by teenagers from China coming in for
No, everybody's got one.
yeah, everyone's got one because now they're automatic and they're 4-door.
I think a good example of this. Let's look at the R32 Skyline.
Okay.
When those first started coming here,
Yeah.
every single one I stopped and looked at. Now
Yep.
I will literally walk past one at a car show unless it's like super clean or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's one of those things.
Worries me about the E30 wagon.
It's not that I dislike it or anything,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like it's not as special as it used to be.
We never did beer topic today.
You're drinking a Summit. I'm drinking a Grand
Summit
Belt.
Oktoberfest. There you go.
It's nothing too
All right.
special. There's never been a special Summit. I don't like Summit at all.
Their Oktoberfest is pretty good. Have you had one?
I don't know. It probably tastes like shit.
It's really good.
But no, I think the Skyline is an example of that, of a car that its proliferation has made me
I think that's
more
a really good
numb
example.
to it.
Yeah, because when it first came here, and by came here I mean when purple, first 25 year, whatever.
Yeah.
That was several years ago at this point, like 4 or 5 years.
However, I think that the proliferation of a car can make it better.
Do you have an example of that?
I'm going to say the Honda Civic, or I guess the E30,
Okay.
where you're going to get a quality of build for somebody that's making a show car or anything really.
Yeah.
To get one that stands out, you have to put so much more effort into it
I guess I'll
than
say
you would otherwise.
BMW 2002 in that case then.
Yeah.
'Cause, like back 15 years ago, I mean, yeah, they were out there, but it was like harder to find parts for it because nobody made parts for it, and all the builds were pretty much identical. And now there are so many people building them that people are starting to actually make parts for them again.
Yeah, and
it
that's
takes a lot more.
That's
to really
kind of
get
a huge thing. It's like
a special one.
with that a car that it will
like
actually help the availability of a car or
Yeah.
parts for a car.
Yeah. Huge.
Anything made by Datsun or like the A86 in
Yeah.
Japan, you can get almost an entire. Actually, I think you can because there's a company that makes carbon fiber chassis for them.
Oh my
you
god!
can get
for an A86.
You can get an entire A86 made from aftermarket parts in Japan.
That's really cool.
It's like a
Model T.
or it's like a Impala, a 64 Impala.
Yeah.
For years, like it's been said, you can build an entire 64 Impala from aftermarket parts. The proliferation of a car actually I think it can be a good thing. But no, back to the Civic thing,
Yeah.
where you have so many shit Civics that are around. Being able to make a good one really does. I think it does help everybody. That really does help the community of the car.
Oh, for sure. I mean, more good examples is always better for a car.
Exactly. And it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, like you can find, the first gen Civic.
I found a first gen at Wings and Wheels this morning.
Cool.
CVCC.
But no, the first, like EF, EG, EK Civics, I should say. The proliferation of those, be able to make a higher quality one. This is a normal commuter car.
Mm-hmm.
This is a car that really, there's a billion of them. They're not that special.
Yeah.
I mean, they are special cars. They got double wishbone suspension. They handle very well.
Yeah.
Like realistically, at the end of the day, I mean, how much more special is a EG Civic from a Mazda 2?
Well, yeah. I mean, effectively, where it matters, it
If
isn't.
all things, or like even like to throw somebody out, just so you don't think I'm throwing Honda under the bus, Mark II Golf. It's not a special car.
No.
It's
Oh, God, no.
the proliferation of that car has made it special because people have made it special. And that's something that's something I think is actually important to the car. And now you're seeing if you go to the Peterson, there's an EF Civic on display. It's Jonathan Wong's. It's arguably the best.
I assume
built.
it's super duper nice.
It's probably the best built Civic I've ever seen in my life.
That's saying something.
Yeah, it really is. So, but yeah, what are some examples for you? How do you feel about it?
I guess I'll start with what's actually in this Patreon topic first with Mini. Because I remember I was at a BMW dealership. It was Motorworks BMW back when it was right off of 494, a little bit west of where it currently is. We were buying a car.
That wasn't to you.
I figured it's to the computer.
I'm not offline.
We were buying an E38, I think, from my dad or something like that. Or maybe it was my mother's 328 E46. But anyway, there was a shipping truck coming in right as the dealership was closing, and it had the first Mini Cooper S delivered in the Midwest on it. So they were backing like the first new Mini Cooper S I had ever seen in my entire life out of this truck. And it was outside, and they were showing us around this thing, and I thought it was a really, really cool car at the time. And now, as they proliferated and the demographics have kind of associated, they are horrible cars. Also, they really are horrible cars.
Actually, another car, the Volkswagen Cabriolets, the Golf Cabriolets, and just the new Beetle as a whole.
True.
That car has been annihilated by proliferation. Everybody has one. Nobody wants one.
Yeah, I don't know when they were desirable. Maybe like in 98
when they first came out.
You're talking the new Beetle?
The new Beetle. Yeah. When they first came out, they were selling like gangbusters.
Sure.
And like everybody really wanted one.
I can see that. You see a lot of 98s.
People about them. People were super about them. But when was the last time you saw 2008? 2011. Can you name?
I didn't even know that they offered those with a 2.5 liter 5-cylinder in it. Like apparently the last year or two they offered it with the 2.5.
Did you know that the current one, the one they're discontinuing right now, that's available all-wheel drive with a Golf R power plant?
No.
Yeah,
really?
It is. Nobody cares though.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually super cool. You can get a convertible Golf R basically, because you can get
that.
Can
you get it with a 6-speed?
Yeah.
That's actually
all-wheel
cool.
drive 6-speed Beetle that exists. But that's the thing is there's so many of those cars. You drive past them and you don't even notice them.
When the third gen Beetle, the newest new Beetle came out, and the first one I saw was a convertible in that denim blue with like the retro wheels on. I'm like, that's actually kind of a cool car. I like that. But yeah, like I'm just so jaded. Like I mean, they never really facelifted it, and like nobody cares. Like what niche is buying that thing? The people that I see driving the third gen Beetle convertibles are like, I mean they've got to be like empty nesters. I feel like
that's only people that buys them.
They're just trying to relive their.
I think so.
Okay, like I don't understand that.
Nobody else really buys them. By the way, to go back a second to what you were talking about, cars with super long names. I just added a link in the notes.
Is it this Shiro?
It's from the 80s Hero blog. Really good blog from I think it's from Australia.
Oh, whoops! I still have the screen up here, so let me open it up.
But this is called the Suzuki Servo.
Oh my God! Yep,
it's actually it's a super cute car. It's really fun. But if you look at the C pillar,
look at the roof line.
You see that C pillar, that logo?
Yeah.
You see where it's kind of where that red stuff is?
Yeah.
That's a literal fucking paragraph describing the car in broken English.
Is there a oh wow, you are not kidding.
I was not kidding. It is a literal paragraph.
There is a paragraph of text
describing the car.
Wow.
Like it's an entire sales pitch on why you should be about it.
Wow. Look at those seats. It's like Argyle tilted 45 degrees.
Yeah, it's really
yellow
red.
and gray Argyle.
It's amazing.
Oh my goodness, Japanese cars are weird. Look, I cannot, you have to go to the video version of the podcast and go in 24 minutes and 10 seconds.
It is something you've never seen before.
They look like 4th gen Prelude seats that they took a little bit of side support out of and upholstered in yellow and gray Argyle.
Yeah, it's
a thong and a bra together. Yeah, it's like you wrapped your high-vis jacket around a gray seat and you twisted it in the middle.
That's exactly what it looks like. It is like Tucker's t-shirt, like just twisted around 180 degrees and wrapped around a seat really tight. And it'd be roughly the same amount of fabric, actually.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not. In fact, it might be.
That'd probably be way
probably less fabric
because that's a
Tucker's
K car.
shirts.
Yeah. But I mean, it's got a lot of cool. Like that's just when you said cars with ridiculously long names, and you said that Subaru had a lot. I'm like, that is fucking nothing. Like the Skyline RS Turbo.
Apparently,
just
Germans
ridiculous.
are very restrained.
Oh, they're super restrained.
Like 3, maybe 4 numbers, and maybe a letter or 2.
Yeah,
That's pretty much it.
It's the R30 Skyline RS Turbo. They did the same thing. They wrote an entire paragraph about the car.
All right. Back to the proliferation.
Sorry.
And how they affect. I just want to lump EVs together into one category, because I think as those proliferate, it's getting way better for people.
It's
Because
getting
the
better
early
for
adopters
people.
are terrible people, horrible people. But now, as like other people are like, well, that's actually kind of cool. Maybe I should buy one because it's almost the same price as my gas.
If you're wondering what EV elitists are like, they're like piss jugs.
Fucking piss jugs.
Just the worst kind of people.
Fuck that guy. They oh. Yeah,
So-
I didn't want to get into it.
Yeah, no, that is a yeah. No,
Okay,
EVs,
let me ask you a
EVs
simple
way better.
question then, and a really broad one. Do you think, on the whole, proliferation of a make and model is overall good or bad for that make and model?
You can't say that.
No, I'm making you generalize.
I can't generalize that.
I'm gonna say it's bad for it.
I'm gonna say, well, I'm gonna have to say it's good because I'm thinking of cars like the Civic and the 2002. However,
Yeah, but
I'm
thinking,
gonna argue your bad thing because
Fine.
the Porsche collector bubble,
Uh-huh.
that
Here's my reasoning.
the WRX,
As they proliferate, they get more generations. As the generations go on, they fucking get worse.
the WRX stereotype.
Yeah. I don't have
like
a
that.
vape, bro. Do you got a vape, bro?
The Corvettes just existing.
Mustangs.
Yeah, so I guess you're right. The proliferation of cars. I mean,
Overall, I think it's bad. I think for collector cars, it's good, but I mean, it's a finite amount of cars by the time they get to that area.
I'm coming from I'm the sort of person. Most of my cars have not proliferated at all.
I think that's maybe more popularity.
Yeah, I think
Moving right
I guess I'm saying popularity, but proliferation. Yeah, I think you're right. The longer they stick around, the worse they get.
You don't have to agree with me. I'm
Yeah,
just
no,
saying
no,
I think it's bad.
you're right. You're right because I was considering more popularity than proliferation.
Yeah, it's a hard thing to group and generalize, but
Yeah.
we're really good at it.
Yeah, we're really good at generalizing. However, I will say the popularity of a car is a good thing.
Oh yeah, it is.
At
for
least
sure.
within the collector
Yes, yeah.
community and stuff. Just you know,
It helps save a lot of examples from getting squeezed. So
just doing anything with my Cressida because it's a more popular car. I can look for stuff.
Yeah.
It's so much easier than doing anything with my
I know.
Subaru
I know.
GL10.
Oh god.
Because like doing my all right, example, lowering my Cressida. There's 1,500 YouTube videos on
Lowering your Cressida?
lowering. There's like 1,500 YouTube videos on just like the ridiculous things you have to do to
Yeah.
lower a Cressida. We have to like cut
it's like the
springs and
FJ.
stuff, or not cut springs, like cut struts out of like and it's ridiculous. Whereas like the Subaru GL10, there's like 2 people that have like all the complete information. They generalize it just very vaguely, and then they're dicks if you ask a question.
Right. Okay.
So lowering my Subaru, if you're wondering, because I'm not that kind of person, you use Subaru XT front struts, 2nd generation Miata rear struts, Honda Civic drop-in coilovers up front, and then you use WRX springs WRX springs, STI springs up front,
Who figures this shit out?
Honda Civic coilovers in the rear. Me, because nobody would fucking tell me, and that's what you have to do. So I'm gonna just tell everybody that's what you have to do, because that's gonna be my purpose for existence.
the Zero Cressida owner listeners are going to be really happy that you did that for them.
No, Subaru GL10.
Oh, the Zero Subaru GL10 owners.
There might be one guy in Australia in here. He knows it.
Well, there isn't.
There might be one person in the world that gets a Loyale for a winter beater and goes, I kind of want to lower it.
In the future, maybe, but like right now,
No,
active listening,
zero,
nope.
none.
I can tell you there are 0 people from Australia listening to us.
Yeah, no, there's not a single one of them.
Oh man,
But yeah, so anyway, that's how I feel about it.
I got you.
Anyway,
fine.
should we move on to
Yep.
additional?
Talk to me about a giant German box from the military.
Yeah, the G-Wagon, they have a recall.
What? Whoa, what? No. What? That doesn't even make
Yeah,
sense.
you didn't
Dude,
read
it's
the
been
whole
the
thing.
same thing for like 50 years. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Reverse
Only
speed gear
not
God.
not the whole entire G-Wagon.
Is this why you tried to hit max velocity in reverse in your
Yeah.
Mazda on my street last week?
Yeah, and
Okay.
I pussied out after 25 miles an hour because apparently 5 degrees of negative caster is actually terrifying.
After this episode, I should take the Fiat and try to see how fast
you can get it to go in reverse.
Yep.
Apparently, there's a 15-mile-an-hour speed limit.
That's it?
Apparently.
I go way faster than that every time I park at my house.
Well, that's the thing. This is like a fairly new thing. There's a supposed
Is that a mandate?
I guess, yeah.
Fuck that!
There's a government mandated speed
Get your hand out of
governor.
my government, whatever.
Yeah, that. So apparently, all of the G-Wagons, except for the G65 AMG, had the speed governor on it. On the G65, they forgot. They sold 122 of those.
They sold that many G65s?
Apparently, since they've had this mandate, yes.
That's incredible.
It's been years, but yeah, they sold that many G65s. Like over like the course of like 5 years or something.
$200,000+ thingy.
Not only that, it is a 12-cylinder
Twin turbo G-Wagon with horrible fuel economy. Yes.
And a power band of about 2 RPM.
No, it's a very good power band.
Well, peak power band. Compared to the V8. Well, I shouldn't say power, torque.
We used
torque
to have
band.
a 65, and that thing is terrifying.
You had a G65?
No, we didn't have a G65. We had a CL65.
Well, I'm talking about the G65.
Dude, it doesn't matter. The engine's made out of power.
Yes, it's a great
It's
engine.
so
That's the
detuned to
one-
not kill the transmission. It makes power everywhere.
It's a perfect vehicle. More people should buy them. And whenever I
is,
see a
yes.
G63, I get a little let down. And if you are a G63 owner, you should be ashamed of that, because you buy the G63 to flex on people, and everybody that's in the
I
know,
buy everything to flex on people.
everybody that's in the know sees a G63. They see AMG on a G-Wagon. They go, ooh, and they see 63 and go, oh.
Well,
It's just a V8.
We don't live in Dubai, so of course it's a 63.
But anyway, so
It's technically faster to 60 as a 63 as well, because it's so much lighter with the V8.
I know, that's what I'm saying. The G65 is worse in every way, but
No,
it's
not.
better.
It's slower, but it's better.
That's what I mean. It's worse but better. Worse and better are two different things.
Yeah, well, it's like every time Jeremy on the old Top Gear is like, so what you're saying is it would be better if it were worse.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly that. It's better if it's worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you want something that's actually good. If you get something that's actually good, you end up with a McLaren 750S or whatever it is, stuck in traffic on Monterey with all 800 other McLaren 750.
570?
Yeah, 570s, thank you. With all other 800 570S owners looking like a fucking pleb. Like, you don't matter if you're looking for that. You want something that's exciting. You want a Countach.
Yeah, oh god, yeah. But, well, okay, Countach is maybe a little extreme, because you want to be able to get there. I guess a well-maintained one might not overheat.
Well, it's not a matter of overheating. It's a matter of killing yourself because you coughed in the car and torqued the steering wheel.
I guess.
And it's like all of its negative caster just sent the car into a death spin.
I was trying to find. Don't worry, this isn't on the stream. I was trying to find something in TC BMW to throw up on the stream just randomly. But
Okay.
it's not working.
But yeah, so apparently they had to recall all the G65s because they didn't have the speed governor put on.
Who found this out?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm very curious, like how this.
I'm just picturing a Sheik on one of those like 70-lane wide roads,
it's-
just like.
It's just the American models though. In Dubai, they don't. It's only the American ones. So it's only our car has that issue.
God.
So it's just like I imagine probably Mercedes did this and they saw all the shit that Volkswagen's going through and they're just going through every car making sure everything's up to code.
We do not want any recalls.
I do not want a Dieselgate. I do not want a reverse gate. That'd
Samir
be
found
awful.
out that the G65 will go 90 in reverse.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
That is the most ridiculous thing that I could even possibly imagine trying to find out about a vehicle. How fast it'll go in reverse.
It's not a fun experience. I'm gonna tell you
my
that.
God,
it's so
dude.
sketchy going any speed over 10 in reverse. Like 15, that doesn't sound like much, but if you think about it, the fastest you really go in reverse is like 5, unless you're like really gunning it.
Unless you reverse into my parking spot.
Yeah, but like usually you don't go over like 5 miles an hour in reverse. So yeah,
True.
15's ridiculous.
I really want to figure out now. God, what a great article headline. Mercedes recalls V12 G-Wagons. Running on safe speeds to reverse. Yeah, but like the rear wheel steering, it's like driving a forklift at 20. You'd never do that.
Yeah, no, that caster is just awful. It's designed not to go that direction.
Why What could possibly go wrong?
Exactly.
Oh man, no, but I
this
think
is-
they should have left it. In fact, I think they should recall all G wagons that do have the speed limiter
and take him off.
and take them off.
I just think that this kind of adds to the allure of the G65 over the 63. It just makes it better.
I think you're right.
It made it better by making it worse. It needed a recall and therefore is better.
The recalls, if it's a safety related thing, or if it's gonna randomly catch on fire and burn me down, fine. Like the blower motor recall for Mr. Wags is one thing entirely, but I was actually looking. There were 2 links in there. That makes more sense. I was gonna say I was just about to change topics out to the Singer equivalent for Lancia, but I was clicking on the V12 G wagon link, which is buried right next to it. So.
Yeah, that car looks really cool. Why don't you introduce it a little bit?
Yeah. Okay. So you know about the Singer 911 vehicle design, right? Or the Singer vehicle design.
It's a 911, but made perfectly.
Right. So they take the air-cooled cars and they take the best pieces of every generation. They put them all into one, and then the things that aren't perfect, they make them to be perfect.
Yeah, it's
so
like
there's a company now that does this for one of our favorite cars, the Lancia Delta Integrale.
Yeah, it was
and
a
they're
great
called,
car.
Yeah, Amos Automobili.
Automobili Amos.
I brought it up here. Go nuts.
They are not related to famous Amos, if you are wondering.
Or Tori Amos.
No, it's Eugenio Amos. He has a Lancia, I guess, service shop, and they've decided that they're going. He said, actually, I'm gonna quote him in saying, if they can do it in California or England, we can do it better in Italy. We have something money can't buy. Taste.
I thought you were gonna say red wine.
That's true. But no, this car's actually really cool. So the Singer Porsche is like, they got all the carbon fiber and everything. Everything's all perfect. So that's exactly what they're doing with this. It's a Lancia Delta. It's got a tuned up engine. It's 200 pounds lighter.
Which is significant.
It's
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's a little bit wider. The design is done by Baramode Silva in Milan. The engineering was done by Podium Advanced Technologies in Turin.
Is that an independent designer, or does he work for like Pininfarina or Bertone?
I don't know. I didn't do any research on the designer. The upholstery is by Arras in Turin. Brakes are Brembo, of course, because who else?
I don't think Brembo is Italian.
They are.
They are?
Yeah, they are.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah,
I learned something today.
Autotecnica Motori did the internal mechanics and the engines. Electronics are Magnetti Morelli Motorsport, and then the wheels are custom made by Evo Corsa, which is pretty cool.
I'm not familiar with the wheel manufacturer, but I'm sure they're great.
Or Evo Corsa, I'm sorry, but no, they do Formula One wheels.
Oh, okay. So they're
And,
probably
like-
made out of like depleted elephant husk or something.
Yeah, something ridiculous. But it's like all like handmade, and like the front end's carbon fiber.
I had no idea
And,
Brembo
like,
was Italian.
That's what blew you away about this
Yes,
whole car.
like it was absolutely stunningly gorgeous, and I love Lancia Deltas entirely. But like the thing I'm coming away with here is, wow, Brembo's Italian.
But no, there's more to this car.
Oh God, look at that thing.
Yeah, it's really cool. Recaro seats, custom steering wheel, the driveline and transmission have been reinforced, redesigned differentials, new intake and water cooling systems.
Back up. Recaro's German.
Yes.
Uh-oh. I thought they were doing like a patriotism special here with all the Italian manufacturers.
No, you got the best of the best.
Oh,
and
okay, good.
The thing is, Italy knows when to quit. So, even though Brembo is Italian, the Recaro seats they're okay with.
Recaro does do the best seats.
But when they redesigned the interior, they designed it to be kind of like the S4. And if you actually look at this, look at the Delta, and now look at it from the side. It's a 2-door,
Yeah.
not a 4-door.
Yeah. But they should have left a 4-door.
I know.
4-doors
I
are
know
better.
that you're odd.
4-doors are always better than 2
It's
doors.
just not true.
Yes, it is.
And
See,
so
They're bragging about how this is better than a Singer, but they've never seen a Singer 911 interior, because this is extremely nice.
no,
But a
but
Singer is fucking incredible.
well, also this is also lighting and stuff. But the thing is, with the Singer interior, that's also error correct, and this is error correct.
Yeah, but I mean,
God, look at that. That looks amazing.
yeah, I'm sure it's all
To somebody like me,
milled metal with a rocket button.
like to somebody like me who has like the biggest chub over 80s cars,
Yeah,
this
I'm really
is
glad I have a table between you and I.
this is literally just perfect to me. Like I think if I could do this with my Subaru, I would do that.
I want them to do this to an E30 M3 just to see what happens.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah, that interior is gorgeous.
Yeah, so yes, if you have $350,000 and you want to buy the best Lancia Delta before Burt yells at me, this is the way to go.
Well, if you don't have $350,000, do you know what you could do?
Get a loan.
Well, yeah, okay. I was trying to do a cool segue, but that really backfired. I was gonna say, if you don't have $350,000, you could go on Bring a Trailer and buy
the 500 cubic inch Cadillac
911.
I saw that.
You could go and buy a 1981 Porsche 911 SC with a 500 cubic inch Cadillac big block V8 jammed into it with a 3-speed automatic transmission.
Honestly, if you look at it as it is, like if you go on Bring a Trailer, you look it up, like it does not look like anything special.
And I pulled it up on Engine Swap Depot because I didn't really care what it sold for, if it sold. But just, I mean, okay, so the logistics of this, the Porsche engine and transmission. It was a transaxle.
Yeah.
The transmission sits in advance of the axle.
Yeah.
The bell housing sits behind it, and the transmission's bolted to that.
Yeah.
This is a Cadillac front-wheel drive setup. So the transmission sits next to the engine.
Also, can we just stop for 1 second and appreciate the front-wheel drive General Motors V8 powertrains of the late 1970s, because that makes stupid shit like this possible.
Yeah, mainly the Toronado one.
Yes, the Toronado.
The car show I went to this morning in Wisconsin.
There's a Toronado.
No, but there were 16 1970s GM RVs there in a row.
Gross. It probably smelled like week old jism.
Dude, I was walking down there. I'm like, I now know what it's like to have been alive in 1976.
Dude, I bet it must have smelled like Piss Jug's room when he moved out.
Oh, I didn't go up there until somebody bleached it. But anyway, so going back to the topic at hand here, the General Motors front-wheel drive drivetrains from the 70s were not normal. So they were longitudinal engines. They were not transverse, so they sat forward and backward.
Yeah.
And like, that's okay, that's normal. So you put the transaxle in front or behind it. No. We just run a chain off the back of it, and then we put the transmission next to the engine, and then we put the differential sort of in the middle and run that through the engine. I'm like, oh yeah, perfect. That makes perfect sense. So what that means is that it intruded into the cabin quite a bit in the Porsche. So what they did is they made fake fitted luggage that looks like luggage, but really it's an engine cover because the engine is sitting like 5 inches behind your shoulder.
That's really funny. Oh my God, look at that radiator.
And the radiator is mounted in a louvered cover in the back engine compartment lid. But there's a cutaway view of the fake fitted luggage here with the...
At one point, that was real luggage.
Yeah, it probably was pretty expensive, fitted luggage, but it just...
That's so funny.
That's a really, really large powertrain. So, of course, it's carbureted.
And it makes, like, probably 160 horsepower.
No, actually, it's been tuned. So it's 517 horsepower and 600 foot-pounds at the wheel.
Oh, wow. That's like an entirely attainable amount of power for a 930 turbo.
Yeah, and this is 8.2 liters, and that's a lot.
So
more than double the displacement of the Porsche.
It doesn't make 820
No, but look,
horsepower.
in the valve cover, they had them custom made, so it says Porsche 8.2 liter on it. So,
So this guy really would have had enough money to just buy a 930 turbo.
Yeah, and he probably should have, but
well, good for him. He ruined a car, but he made something hilarious. So I'm okay with
basically.
that.
So Tucker posted this. He's one of our Patreon patrons, so we'll treat this as Tucker's Patreon topic.
Thanks, Tucker.
I don't know. I like to see quirky engine swaps like this, so I think it's kind of cool. But.
So, all right, is that the last actual topic that we have today? Because it's actually one that I want to bring up.
Well, I mean, it's our last like outside link topic. You've got one I think you want to talk to.
No, this one's actually an outside link. You just need to scroll down a little bit. Rennsport is coming up, which is like the big Porsche track day thing. I think it's at Laguna Seca. Yeah, it is at Laguna Seca.
Oh, it's down below the article.
And they're doing a Porsche tractor race.
Oh my God! Hold on. Now it's on the stream.
There we go. Yes. The Porsche, that's actually a Porsche diesel, but they also have the Porsche Junior, which is just a
So it's
two-cylinder.
like a Cayenne,
Kinda, yeah.
Porsche diesel.
Yeah, basically a Cayenne's a tractor. So yeah, they're gonna
How does
have
that make the Macan?
garbage, as it always has been, always will be. But no, it's they made these in the early 50s after World War II when they were trying to make money.
I like it. It looks very deco on the front.
They were actually really cool. I see these come up on Bring a Trailer regularly. I've been telling Gianna, like, if we ever start up like an urban farm or something, or like a small farm, like I would totally rock one of these.
You see Porsche tractors and Bring a Trailer?
Regularly. They
Really?
usually once every 1 or 2 weeks. Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, Porsche Juniors and stuff, yeah. They also have Lamborghini tractors as well, which are pretty cool. Not nearly as pretty as the Porsche ones. The Porsche tractors are very, very pretty. But yes, they're going to have a race.
I like how the bolt pattern on the Porsche tractor is like the same as a Volkswagen Beetle.
The front is 5x205 and the rear is like 6x1000 or something.
Yeah. The rear wheels I don't think will swap to any Porsche product road
But
going.
the front ones.
Front ones, you could definitely put those on a Baja Bug if you really wanted to.
That's true. But no, I guess they're going to race them at Rennsport, which, if I'm not mistaken, I think that is at yeah, there's going to be a Le Mans start apparently. But yeah, it is at Laguna Seca, yeah. So you were just there, and you understand how ridiculous it's going to be to watch a Porsche tractor take the corkscrew.
It's
in
very
anger.
expensive to go there, but it might be worth going to
Just
to watch
see
the
that
goddamn
race.
tractor race. Because everyone goes to Car Week because they know it's Mecca.
Yeah.
But nobody goes to Laguna Seca just to watch tractors race.
Maybe Tucker.
Tucker would love to do that.
This is Tucker's German cousin.
The
will
organizers
be there.
expect the tractors to take around 15 minutes to get to turn 5. Oh my God!
If anybody's
I love how wealthy people have senses of humor.
So if you're wondering if you've never been to Laguna Seca, it usually takes about 20 seconds to get to turn 5, maybe 30. 30 in like a road car, 20 in like a Le Mans car. That'd be about right, because it's about
I think that's about right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 2-minute lap time, and there's about 14 corners. So
Is corkscrew turn 7?
I don't know. It's on the
I don't
back of
either.
my sweatshirt that I wear. I don't look at my back.
But are not wearing it today, so it's,
of course
it's of
I'm
no
not.
use to me.
I thought of bringing it. I almost
still
brought
haven't,
it.
I haven't
and it would-
opened up the rest of my luggage yet to take all the rest of that out.
I would have totally done that. Yeah, that's all right. I've been using my secondary comb because my other comb's in Jana's luggage, and I just don't feel like dealing with it.
So the secondary comb is the pube comb, or
Yeah, that's it. That's my pube comb.
sounds good. Just confirming, I just wasn't sure.
Well, I can take that with me. I like to keep that with my poop knife.
Oh my God! I'm not even reading into that. I don't even want to follow that up with a question.
It was a Reddit post, the poop knife.
The poop knife? I still don't.
Google or know the podcast.
I don't want to. I don't think I can handle that. That's one link I'm gonna leave blue. I'm not gonna purplify that link.
That's totally okay. Do you want to? We still have a couple of minutes on the podcast. Do you want to blast through some of these other topics that we had floating around here from a couple episodes ago?
Yeah, let's look at them.
They're Ford stuff. They're pretty hilarious.
Sure.
Actually.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll pull it up here.
All right. Why don't you? I'll let you talk about the new Fiesta, and then I'll talk about the Ford executive.
Well, I gotta open it and then look at it, and then we can talk about it. So
Sure.
Let's do these real time.
Yeah, I know, right?
Whoa! All right. What do we got? Another Ford executive reportedly leaves due to inappropriate behavior. Okay. Well, it's a picture of a Mustang with a really creepy-looking dude standing by it.
I think I think it's the guy that asks for Bob and Vagina.
Oh God, no. Ooh, Mr. Patel. This is going to be really, really interesting. An anonymous source states that Pakrash Patel, global former director of product management at Ford, was let go because of inappropriate behavior. Dude, this is terrible. Reading real time. It
So,
makes me
all
sound
right.
as
Well,
retarded
I
as
already
am.
don't. It's all right. I already read it. I'll let it happen.
Why aren't you just saying these then?
Well, I wanted to look up and see if there's any updates on this because it's
I'm
from a
just gonna
couple
eat
weeks
Doritos
ago.
while you do this.
But basically, this guy named Prakash Patel was forced to resign due to inappropriate behavior. He's the guy that's behind the newest Mustang. They don't go into detail, but the thing is, this is the second executive that they've had leave this year because of quote unquote inappropriate behavior.
Did it involve an MSP bathroom and another man?
No, but I can only imagine it involved text messages where he messages on
involve cheese
Facebook where he
pizza?
asked for Bob and Vagina.
Well, at least it wasn't cheese pizza.
Haven't you ever heard those memes?
No.
The horny Indian guy?
Mm-mm.
I guess you don't know.
I
any
assume
girls.
it's boob and vagina.
Yeah, boob and vagina, but they
Okay.
misspell it. It's apparently like a lot of these troll farms. Like
Is that like the scam baiter guy that found the Indian dude looking through like the folder on his computer named nudes or whatever, and it was like naked mole rat pictures under like, and then he had like pictures of the tit bird under tits. And the guy's like, dude, what are you doing looking through my nudes? Like, these are not nudes. He's like angry at the guy that he was like breaking in trying to get the. Anyway, wow, that's a tangent.
yeah, that is.
All right, reel us back.
But oh god, I can't really reel us back. 1 second.
So anyway,
ba-
we
this
don't
is
know
bad.
about his lewd behavior, but this isn't the first Ford executive
No,
to get
they've-
let go because of the lewd behavior.
No, they've had. We don't even know if it's lewd. Like that's the thing is they just say inappropriate behavior. But the problem is that this is Ford. This is a company that, as we know,
Shit
they're-
canned all good things.
Yeah, and I think
Except for
Prakash
the
Patel.
GT
I think, in all honesty, jokes aside, Prakash Patel was probably interesting, and that's why they got rid of him.
That could be. Maybe he was like running through the halls like, you can't kill my Focus RS, mate.
Yeah, I know, right? And
I don't know why he sounds like a weird Australian kind
I
of.
don't know, maybe he's from Australia.
Maybe he's South African.
That'd be weird.
Yeah, just like Elon Musk. Let's light up, bro. 420 XX 69.
So,
69.
yeah, and then I guess apparently it's more bad news about Ford.
What?
The new Ford Fiesta that
Yeah.
we get, that we don't get.
We don't get that.
That we don't get.
Yeah, we don't get that.
The RS. It's better than the Focus RS, the Fiesta ST.
The new ST.
Yeah, I'm
oh,
sorry.
Yeah.
The
But
new Fiesta ST is better than the RS. We don't get it because Ford hates us. Ford is un-American and they're communist.
And they have seatbelts that catch on fire.
And they're trying to actively kill you. Don't buy Ford anymore.
I had to look through. I was pretty sure the new ST that we're not getting, the Fiesta ST, they moved from the 4-cylinder 1.6
That's a 3.
to the 1.5 liter 3-cylinder.
Yeah.
Which makes it lighter and more tossable and better.
That's why it's
And
better.
we don't get it. And it makes cooler
and,
noises.
and it's also half a liter per pot, which is kind of cool.
That's not cool. That's like the epitome of boring.
What?
All boring engines are half liter. Well, actually, all good engines too. Everything is at 500 cc a cylinder.
No, it's not.
All BMWs are.
That's a BMW thing.
That's a good thing.
That's just not for 3 cylinders. 3 cylinders are usually much smaller.
That's a big 3-cylinder.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
that's a chody little.
That's a
3-cylinder.
hilarious 3-cylinder. I like that. I'm really happy about
I bet
that.
it makes really angry noises.
I really wish we got that, but we don't because Ford doesn't like Americans. They're un-American. They hate us.
Didn't we talk about the Rich Rebuilds RS5 or S5?
Oh god, that's loud.
I'm not even gonna click on that, but
No.
we totally covered this.
I think you did with Brian.
Oh,
When I
yeah,
was out of
okay.
town.
All right, that makes more sense. I'm pretty sure I remember doing that here. So okay, we covered that one,
When I was like rubbing elbows with the Shah of Iran or whoever.
and I had
He's not a
two
thing anymore.
extremely spurgy guests.
That was quite.
I
That
heard
was-
some feedback from that episode. They're like, it was really good, but like really different. And I was like, yeah.
Brian, I never noticed. He puts a period after every third word.
You mean how he takes extremely long pauses?
He talks, and he's gonna go ahead and
He stays on
continue
topic
talking
though, so it's
like
6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
I was listening to it at work, and my coworker was like, I think I'm gonna have to jump off a bridge from how he talks. I'm like, he's a really nice guy. He goes, I can't take the constant pausing. I'm like, I like the constant pausing.
I tried to fill in the constant pausing with words a lot of the time. Because, I mean, B-May is extremely bright, so...
I love B-Man. I like the constant pauses. Like he's the only
know what?
person I've ever met that talks like that.
That was probably the most... Just because of the different nature of it, probably the two most interesting, the episode you did and the episode we did.
Yeah, those are
So probably the two most interesting MotorCult episodes, except for like the French car episode.
the French car episode is our best episode we ever did.
I should probably go back and re-listen to it again, but
I have listened to it and it's actually really good. Wait, why are we talking about how good we are?
because we're that good, apparently.
Apparently. Well, I guess that should be our bombshells that we're fucking awesome.
No, the bombshell should be you should eat everything, even if it becomes you.
No, I think actually what I do want to do is I want to do more. I want to do more.
Chunky.
No, more themed episodes like.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Like Doc Brown said.
Oh yeah, shout out to
Doc Brown.
Tom Hayes, Doc Tom.
Tom Hayes.
Doc Brown. We're gonna go with Doc Brown.
I like Doc Brown.
Doc Brown's better.
Doc Brown's a good name.
Yep.
All right.
Not Bombshell.
Yeah, Doc Brown is a good name. Thank you for listening to MotorCult and letting us breathe in your ear a little bit more this week. We're going to see you later then.
Yep,
All right.
we'll see you Saturday.
Play that exit music.